Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back to today's wonderful episode. Alyssa let me do the intro today, but I blanked out.
I put the pressure on you.
Yeah, so now I have nothing to say.
To be fair, I did it like right before we started recording. That was my bad.
Yeah, she pressed record and she was like, you can go ahead.
And then, I was being polite. I don't know what you want from me. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it, but you should take it away. Take it away, boys.
I'm a girl.
Oh, take it away, girl.
Girl?
Girl.
Ghoul?
Growl?
What?
Gorl?
Ghoul. Like ghost.
Oh,
Because
growl.
we're a paranormal podcast.
Right. Welcome back.
Welcome back. That was trash. Welcome back to What's Your Favorite Scary Story. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Marlene.
And we are here for you guys for our last episode before our wedding.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's currently Monday, and this comes out on Wednesday, and we get married on Sunday.
Yeah. I feel like we've been talking about that for months now.
We have. We've been engaged for almost 2 years.
I'm pretty sure we've mentioned it every episode that everyone's like, okay, jeez.
Yeah, for real,
We
though.
haven't forgotten. I get it. You know?
Yeah, so after the episode, after our wedding, because you're going to hear about it then, but after that, you won't have to hear about it ever again, we promise.
Well, we might talk about it.
It might get, like, mentioned,
you know?
but we're not going to be, like, going on and on about it. But yeah, we had a good week. We're finally feeling like we're getting some things, like, wrapped up and actually feeling prepared for this wedding.
Yeah, it feels like we can finally sort of breathe
A little bit. Yeah. Saturday was my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm old now.
Happy birthday.
Claps.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, shit. I didn't realize how
They
loud
got
this
mad at
was.
us again.
Sorry, yeah.
Thank you. I'm old. I'm 31. And for all of those out there that are older than 31, it's not old. It's just old when I'm 31. But yeah, it was a good day. We went to this like little apple farm type thing. It was cute. There wasn't much to it, but we got some really yummy treats.
There were no apples at the apple farm.
Yes, they were.
Wasn't.
We weren't allowed to pick them from the trees because they weren't ready yet. They were babies. They were selling apples.
Yeah, they were selling apples.
I got a very delicious apple cider slushie that
Which
I
I
loved.
should have gotten. I got a
We can still go
strawberry.
back.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay.
It's in Mount Juliet. It's not my favorite place.
But yeah, it was nice. And then we got some lunch, and then we just spent the rest of the day drinking coffee and watching spooky movies. And it was just like the perfect little day.
I didn't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee like that.
Do you have to like bring down every little fun story
I'm
I
not
tell
bringing
you?
it down. I'm just stating the fact.
Marlene did not drink coffee. I'm so sorry that I said she did.
Well, I don't drink coffee. It makes my tummy hurt.
You drink espresso sometimes.
Yeah, but you explained to me that it was like different than like regular coffee.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's not important. Okay. I had a good birthday. We don't have to analyze it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was a really like nice chill Saturday. I took a nap, so that was good. Naps are good. I convinced her to get up early for her birthday, which was good because then it felt like
it was
we had
a
like
nice long day.
Yeah, full day together, and we went like super short. Like it has nothing to do with anything, but when we were looking for houses. We really liked. It's like super like
it's so random.
It's so random.
It's just like getting under our skin though. We need to share it.
I don't know if it's that.
It's under my skin. I don't know where it is for you.
It is kind of annoying, but we really loved a house over in Madison, and
which is like just north of Nashville.
Yeah, north of Nashville. It just a beautiful home.
It was like perfect for us, like a little witchy, but still like nice and classy. Oh, it was gorgeous.
Granted, the neighborhood isn't like the prettiest, or I can imagine it not being the greatest either. but we would have made it work because we really liked the house. We reached out to the realtor, we called the number, we sent an email, left a voicemail, and no one ever got back to us.
The realtor was like out of office, and so we like left our information for him to call us back when he got back, and he never got to us, so we also emailed him, and nothing, literally
we never
nothing.
heard anything.
Yeah.
And then we checked, I think it was after we got this house, we checked on Zillow, was it? And then it randomly said it was purchased. But, curiosity killed the cat. So we went to, we were already kind of over there anyways, because...
she drives towards like Nashville every day, like early in the morning, and so it was like 6:30. She couldn't sleep, of course, and so she woke me up and was like, if you get up now, we can go get your Starbucks now, and I can show you the city like during sunrise. So it was a nice, pretty drive over there, and then we were 5 minutes from where we got our Starbucks.
About that, yeah.
So we're like, let's just go say hi.
Yeah,
let's go check it out.
Yeah. And lo and behold, it's freaking empty.
Yeah,
and
the sign's still up, selling it.
Yes. The weird part, though, is that the mailbox was, broken off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on.
Some weird juju over there.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was it's clearly not working out.
I'm like, maybe if you get back to your prospective clients,
right? So I was like,
things will go better.
I was like, how about we call him again? We try to reel him in, and we're like, oh yeah, absolutely, we have cash. It's a cash offer here. We'll even pay above what you're asking if you sell it to us. And then last minute be like, never mind.
No, but we're not hateful enough to do something that for real.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time doing that. It was just the funny.
Yeah, it was a funny.
Thing. But,
yeah, that was a random little part of the day.
So, conspiracy theory, I think that because it looks witchy, maybe there is something weird going on
there. I mean, we already did go into one probably haunted house when we were looking for them. Yeah. Of course, we would have found another one. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
On that note, do you want to get into your not so fun fact?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Not so fun facts with marbles. So speaking of conspiracy theories, what do you know about, well, first of all, do you know any Titanic conspiracy theories?
I mean, I feel like they're in there, I don't know, but I haven't thought about that. If I have heard of them, it's not in my mind like it would be in your mind. So, you might tell me something and it might ring a bell.
Like the J.P. Morgan guy.
No.
Oh, what about how they actually sunk the sister ship?
No.
Olympia, I think it's called.
I feel
the Olympic.
Why do I feel like something about it sinking on purpose is something I've heard?
Maybe it's because I just had a weird flashback of when we went to the Queen Mary, and you know how they had the Lego sets of the ships from the first Starlink. I think it's called First Starlink, White Starlink.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It's something like that. I might have mentioned it.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Let's hear what your not fun fact is.
Well, it's not really a not so fun fact. It's just I'm just kind of
rambling,
delving into a little conspiracy right now. I just wasn't sure if you knew anything about the Titanic conspiracies, because as a conspiracy theorist, I don't believe in any of the Titanic conspiracy theories.
Okay.
So there's 3 major ones. The first one's that there were 3 other. There were supposed to be 4 billionaires maybe at the time, just rich guys on the Titanic, and J.P. Morgan supposedly planned to sink the Titanic because the other 3 millionaires were on board, and because he backed out last minute to go on it and survived, that's a conspiracy that Supposedly he planned it to kill off the other people. The other conspiracy is that they sunk the sister ship, the Olympic, I believe it's. If I'm getting any of these names wrong, please.
Olympia sounds more like it would be a name. But I don't know. Or I guess going with Titanic, Olympics does sound right.
It's the Olympic, yeah. And it's the White Star ship, the line of the ships. Which I believe the Queen Mary is also a part of. I think
that sounds right.
A White Star line ship. But the Olympic, I guess, was just an old ship. Wasn't really accruing much money anymore. It was just beat up and run down. So they thought that if they would just switch them out really quickly and sink the Olympic to get the insurance money, that's another conspiracy.
Okay.
But the problem with that one is that I guess the insurance money on the Titanic was significantly less than what it actually cost to build it.
Oh, damn.
So even if they had purposely sunk the Titanic, they never would have gotten the money back, basically.
Right, there would have been no point.
No point. And then so the last one is a mummy's curse, supposedly. I don't really know too much about this one. I just think that there was someone on board that helped or was part of some sort of discovery that had to do with a pharaoh's, like, what's it called, like when they dig up
exhumation
or find or
discovery
of something. But they were saying that when one of the people that helped discover something pharaoh, something Egyptian, had a mummy curse on him, and that it followed it onto the Titanic because he was on there. But yeah, it was just silly.
But you don't believe in any of them?
I don't believe in any of them.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
Well, the insurance one was already
kind of obvious,
thing.
Yeah.
From my understanding, I don't really think. From my understanding, from like what I've read, it doesn't seem like J.P. Morgan would go out of his way to place a iceberg in front of the Titanic. Like, I feel like that's kind of.
It's a good point. Like, that seems like.
And like, for what? I
mean, it wouldn't be that.
Would
it would be like paying off the captain or something, and then like, because did the captain go down with the ship?
Yes, yeah, he did.
Then I don't know.
That one just sounds.
I don't think
like
that's
weird.
Like possible, because like paying off the captain and then the captain surviving would be like the only way that would be. He can't place an iceberg. Like, it's 1912. He can't get into the mechanics of the ship and like override it or anything like that. You know?
Right, because they were just saying that that like if he had paid, or if he had orchestrated this whole event, that the plan was that the ship was supposed to sink slowly to save everybody, kind of thing. Oh, I think that's the insurance one. You see, all of this is just it's just people
turning something into something else,
right? Which I'm not saying you shouldn't look into things,
right? Don't
too much or any.
It's
of that
okay
stuff.
To question things.
I say always question everything. Always question everything. But the Titanic one just seems like such a stretch to theorize anything behind it. I just feel like it was just a misfortunate event kind of thing.
And I mean, it was like so over 100 years ago. Like, clearly they didn't know everything they needed to know in order to
make a good
to make it,
or just maps like that,
Yeah, maps and just the technology of the ship and whatnot.
Yeah, because I if I remember correctly, it took them hours to find them, versus now we
Right.
have like army jets and like things like that that they can just ding it and be there.
Right, like
quicker.
there's GPS on the ship even if everything's
Right, like
off.
there's I feel like it was just dark as far as I know. I think I remember that there was no moon out either, which made it even harder to find. So like it's just a lot of like little circumstances that's like
it was just an unfortunate event.
Yeah, I think once you add a conspiracy to something, it just makes it like maybe live longer too, the story.
Maybe.
So it's not
get talked about more.
Yeah, it's not a totally bad thing. It's also one of my favorite movies, and it's a comfort movie for me. So I just I've been on a conspiracy kind of wave recently.
You mean for your whole life?
Yeah, I just kind of let it go for a while there because I feel like you get to a point where there's just some sort of like psychosis that happens. Yeah. And like you kind of drive yourself crazy trying to theorize just everything. And you get to a point where you don't trust anything and you're just paranoid. And you're
like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, if you get out of that. Because I think that's why there's like those people that are just freaking foil heads and stuff, But I think they're... So I'm slowly getting back into it.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting, like, for sure. But, I mean, even though it was about something very depressing, like, that was a less depressing, not so fun fact this week.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
And I didn't know about the theories, so...
Yeah, I didn't know if you... I know you don't really do conspiracy theories.
No, I mean, I am interested in them. I just don't know as many as you do.
Right.
So I'll always listen about them. I mean, in case you guys have missed it, your girl's taking a break, and I'm not going to be doing research for the 2 weeks. We're going to be gone for the honeymoon, so Marlene is going to hop on the bandwagon, and she's going to record 2 episodes for you guys, so there'll be plenty of just her. I'm not going to be there, so I told her she has full control. So, I mean, if you want to talk about conspiracies there... Whatever you want to do. I'll
probably talk about everything, honestly.
Just ramble your heart to
your
heart's
ramble
content.
And talk to myself and
you're good at
share my deepest, darkest secrets with the world.
Sounds good. But thanks for taking over because I need a break. I'm tired.
I'm tired too. I feel like we're kind of low energy right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we need to liven it up right now.
We'll bring it back.
Well, to be honest with you,
I
feel like I kind of like lost you there for a second. When you don't know anything about something, you're just kind of like sitting there just staring at me.
I know you always say that, but I'm just genuinely listening to you and taking in like the story. I'm paying attention to you.
I get it. You're just like,
I'm sorry.
You're just staring at me, and I don't know if you're like, is it interesting?
No, I'm sorry.
Am I boring you?
No, I'm sorry. I was just paying attention. I promise.
And then you give me shit when you're like, you need to react more to the...
Oh my God. I do forget, like, because I'm used to telling the story. So when I'm listening, I'm just intently listening to you. And I forget that this is an audio-only podcast.
Yeah,
and so
we have
I need to listen louder, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
At least pretend to be interested.
I am interested. That's why I was listening to you. I do find conspiracy theories very interesting, and I even believe some of them, so...
I'd like to know which ones you believe in.
Well, don't put me on the spot.
Exactly.
You have to say some of them, and then I'll tell you whether or not I believe in them.
Yeah, I just don't want to, like, name off, like, the most common ones that everyone, like...
Well, name off uncommon ones.
They're very controversial, and then I get paranoid for talking about them.
Okay, well, maybe we'll talk about it off air and decide if it's something we want to bring on here.
Yeah, yeah, no, I don't know. You'd have to really get me to...
Jesus. The cats are getting bumpy tonight.
Yeah, he did like the Halloween spooky cat crawl of...
The bounce.
The bounce, yeah. From the back wall to the door here.
All right, well, maybe some more conspiracy talk coming out later.
Or not, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay, no pressure.
If you're going to give me the blank stare.
Oh my God. I hate you. I'm sorry for listening and paying attention to you.
Well, there's one thing I want to say that we forgot to mention in the
What?
beginning. If you're new here, welcome. This podcast is about... we take your suggestions, your stories, your experiences, your
favorite topics, your favorite cryptids, your favorite alien stories, and we tell you about it and the world, because a lot of people probably don't know about it, even though you do.
Yeah, and if you have any... Did you say personal experiences?
I think you did, but we can say it again.
Oh, well, any personal experience, anything, honestly, at this point. Alyssa also opened it up to murder...
True crime, not just murder.
Sorry, not just murder. True crime, anything. We will talk about it. I know we already have a handful of stories and stuff. This is stuff I would have said in the beginning if you didn't put me on the spot last minute. Because I was like, I feel like we're missing something. We're already 20 minutes in. But anyway, I'm not going to take too long because I know Alyssa's story is...
It's not too long, but
okay,
it's a decent size.
I just wanted to,
Oh, but yeah,
just welcome everybody. And
yeah, in case there is anyone new here, we do take in your suggestions. That's the whole point of this. But with all the wedding prep, I am saving those for after the wedding so I can do them justice. So I have just been picking the stories the last 6 weeks or so, just so we can give you guys some content. And yeah, so this is going to be the last story I pick. Then the next 2 episodes are all Marlene. She's taking full control. And then the next episode, the next episode after that is going to be the last one I pick. But it's our Halloween episode. And all so after that, we're going to start taking people's suggestions.
Sounds good to me. So
all right.
I'm ready for the story.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to mention for the last time in this episode, well, second to last time, we're getting married, right? In California, specifically in Topanga Canyon. So I did pull up some spooky stories in Topanga Canyon.
Okay.
All right, so I guess it's like kind of just like a little hot spot for all different kinds of activity, not just like ghosts or anything. So our first story happened over 20 years ago. 2 friends were driving home from the beach, and when they were about halfway through the canyon, what appeared to be a very large coyote hopped over the guardrail and started running alongside the car. It kept pace with the car, which was going about 25 miles per hour, and was looking inside the car, barking and growling. Now, obviously, it could just, have been a coyote, but what stood out to the friends was how huge this thing was and how it was so randomly aggressive. Mm-hmm. So these are just going to be a bunch of little excerpts I found online, on the forums, and there's a Topanga something Facebook page where people were sharing all their experiences.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's their first one. The first one. Another person was walking along the beach that Topanga Canyon leads out to. And after a while, a man came running up behind them and asked how the waves were. They said a few words to the man and pointed out to the ocean, but then they turned around and the man was gone. And it's they're on a beach, and this person looked in every direction for this man, but he is nowhere to be seen. Legend has it that this is the spirit of a surfer that was young and in good shape and carries a blue surfboard.
But you don't know how he passed away.
Maybe surfing would be my guess, probably.
He probably got eaten by a shark or something.
Or who knows? Maybe he was killed in a car accident, but the beach was his happy place. And so that's where he likes to hang out. I don't know. So this next person and their family rented a teepee in Topanga Canyon. They were having a great day and having fun and whatnot until night rolls around. This person and their sister kept getting startled by wolves and other scary sounds, but then they saw something circling their teepee. This creature was tall, about 6'5", and they described it as demonic.
What?
I don't know. And they said they saw a shadow of it. I don't know. There was not a lot of details in these, and I'm I want more, please.
Right, yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Okay, what do you mean, though?
I don't know. All right, so this next one's like really, really tiny story, but I like the vibes of it, so I wanted to include it. Back in 1993, a clairvoyant used to frequent the canyon, and she would see many Native Americans in headdresses with their families and horses, and she said she never felt scared. Instead, it would always bring her comfort. And so I like that, like, it's good vibes if, you know, people are seeing Native Americans there. Not, like, scary, as I feel like that gets portrayed a lot as, like, you know, like the drums beating and people being scared from something like a spirit like that.
Right, yeah. Well, it's because we're mostly Christian.
Yeah.
So, and they're, like, very, it's a very spiritual kind of...
Yeah.
kind of thing, and anything that's not Jesus scares Christians.
Right. Well, yeah. So I like that little story. I just want to throw it in there. So this next person has lived in the canyon for quite some time. When they were 8, they lived in a barn and woke up to an apparition of a dog in their doorway that looked like a very skinny greyhound. In another house that they lived in the canyon, I know, being said it's okay. In another house that they lived in the canyon, they saw the ghost of a young boy in the pantry. And then they said, quote, UFOs are a whole nother story. I can't even count how many times I have seen strange objects in the sky late at night while sitting on a mountaintop.
No, I believe that. If you stare up at the sky in LA in general, eventually you will see something freaking weird.
I mean, we have.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
I remember.
we have. We saw, like, there's a bunch of things. Maybe that could be a maybe that could be my podcast.
Yeah, for your episodes. So speaking of UFOs, another person once saw a circular shaped disc with white and green lights coming towards his direction. So he went inside to grab his camera, and when he came back out, it was gone, of course. 3 nights later, he saw something similar, but it looked a little bit like a triangle and had more lights. All right, about 12 years ago, a man was driving in the area to go do some work at the Time Warner building, like around midnight. So I'm not quite sure what kind of work, but I guess it's like a 24/7 kind of building. When his truck suddenly died as he was like getting off the freeway. So this man is an electrician, so when he looked under the hood, he was pretty sure the battery was dead. So he got down under his truck to check the voltage of the battery. As he was doing so, he heard footsteps, but looked up and saw nothing. So yeah, he like finished checking the battery and it was fully charged, but the truck wouldn't start. So when he got up from under the truck, he went to look around for whoever he heard walking, and he saw a guy crawling over the guardrail.
What the heck?
No, the word crawl like makes it creepy for some reason.
Yeah.
He called out to him, but the guy just kept going. So he walked over there and heard, "Please help us. We're hurt." He thought maybe a car went over the side and the passengers were trapped or needed help. But when he got to the rail, there was nothing there. But it did suddenly get very cold. And this was during summer in California, where it's normally like 80 degrees at nighttime.
Yeah. If you're lucky, well, it's the canyon there.
Right,
like,
but like he was like saying as he got out of his truck right then it was like 80 degrees, but then when he walked over to the rail, it dropped significantly. Yeah. So the man walked back to his truck, and one of his coworkers, who was also headed into work, had pulled up behind him because he saw him pulled over on the side of the road. He asked the man what was wrong, and he told him how his truck died, and he went to show him, and his truck fired right up.
Wow.
So they both just headed into work, and when they saw like a Time Warner rep that was there, they told him what happened and where it happened, and the rep told them that that's right around the bend from where a freight train and the Amtrak had collided one time.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And so he's like, was pretty sure he was hearing like
the
victims from it. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that one crazy? That one was like crazy to me.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's the crawling over the guardrail and like the voice. Like he heard a full sentence, you know?
Right.
Ugh, shivers. Okay, so to finish things off, I have a little bit of true crime.
Okay.
So this guy, I feel like you know a lot of things about a lot of things, so don't say anything if you know what I'm about to get into, okay?
Okay.
So this guy, Gary Hinman, lived in Topanga Canyon. He was what people would call like a hippie at the time. He was working on a PhD in sociology at UCLA. He was a political activist, a Zen Buddhist devotee, musician, piano teacher, and drug dealer.
Fun.
And on July 31st, 1969, he was found dead in his home. His house had been ransacked and both of his cars were missing. And on the wall above where he was found was written "Political Piggy" in blood. It was determined that Susan Atkins, Mary Brunner, and Bobby Beausoleil were responsible for Hinman's murder, and they were instructed by the one and only Charles Manson.
Yep.
And I don't know how reliable this info is, but according to Manson, Hinman was killed over money and property that Manson claimed Hinman owed the family. And I checked, and that house is 8 minutes from where we're getting married.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we had, we got some time after the rehearsal. We could check it out.
Yeah, honestly, though. And just take everybody there.
It's like, we told you we were having a spooky wedding.
Yeah.
That was Topanga Canyon.
That was good, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know it was like really quick and we kind of brushed through those stories, but I mean, they were really short, but they were all pretty interesting to me. So.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. It makes me miss I know that all these were tragic and awful and stories, but it makes me miss like the late night drives in the canyons. And
yeah.
That was my go-to thing.
It was. You did like doing that. And you probably drove by his house at one point.
Oh, I drove every canyon over there. I know them like the back of my hand. Mm-hmm. I know all the ins and outs and all the small streets and how to get around without hitting traffic. But I don't miss anything else really.
Yeah, no, we're definitely happy where we're at, but that was our home for pretty much all of our lives.
Yeah,
so
we grew up
we're gonna
there.
Miss parts. It's always gonna be home to me.
Yeah, same.
That's why we're going back there to get married.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our last episode before I turn it over to Marlene. So I have no idea what she's gonna do. I'm giving her full control. So I hope you guys enjoy.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
It's a surprise for everyone.
It is. But please make sure to tune in. Like I keep saying, if you enjoy my ramblings, my nonsenses, you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
I know, like, even though she doesn't know what she has planned, like, it's gonna be good, whatever it is.
Also, Alyssa is so, she makes notes of everything, and I don't. I always come in with my not so fun facts noteless, and that's how I'm gonna approach
That's fine.
The next 2 episodes. So.
It's all good. Everything's editable.
Yeah, so luckily.
You just you talk, and we'll see what comes up of it. I'm excited. First of all, I'm glad I can have a break from
I get
this extra work. And second of all, I'm just like excited to see what you do with it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Your name is on this podcast now. I literally changed it tonight. I realized it still just said Alyssa Sonnenberg, so you're on there.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, this podcast is part yours, babe.
Oh, crap. Well, if we get canceled, if we get canceled, you can only cancel me. You cannot cancel my wife because she didn't do anything.
I gave you control of the podcast.
Yeah, so but
it's okay. We're gonna be a team as of Sunday.
Yeah, if anyone tries to cancel her, I'm coming after you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. All right. Well, on that note, thank you guys for listening. You've been a great audience. We're here every Wednesday. We appreciate you. We love you. We see you. We cherish you. And we hope you have a great week. And anything else you want to say?
No, you said everything. Thank you for listening. I hope you tune into my episodes. And
if they know what's good for them, they will, babe.
Oh,
otherwise, they're gonna meet the fisticuffs.
All right.
Okay, we need to say goodbye.
On that note.
That note.
What's your favorite scary story?
I can't pick just one. That's why I'm doing this podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Have a great night, everybody.
Have a
we
great
love
night
ya.
tonight. We had a very good show.
Yeah, we did. And remember to
stay spooky.